What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name is Fortan Zimbu. Yes, I am back again here for another video concern Farrakhan. The same video I'm carrying so I can see, He said so much interesting, especially concerned that Nigeria, while Wallace was calling the Nigeria the most corrupt country in the world, the most corrupt country that he ever seen in the world. Why he's not saying nothing about United States of America or country like France or Russia, Ukraine, any of them country. He won't name any of the European country that is corrupt, but he's only thinking about the African. Even in the Middle East, he won't even name any of them country, but only Africa. Because do you know why? We are the most hated race in the world. No matter who you are, where you live, even if you never be discrimination as a black person, you are still hated more than the Jew Israel. Yes, the Jew Israel, remember, they have one thing you don't have. They are white. So they can get pass from anything that they can do. But you as a black Negro or black African, no. There is no pass for you. And they still see you as African. So they will hate you more than you think. I know majority of us has Negro. We love the master more than the master love himself. But you know what? We're only here to tell the truth, to speak what we seen and what we heard, what was in the past and what we're living in the present. This is only for education purpose, so we're gonna carry on to Farrakhan and Wallace.
The black Muslim meeting we filmed included a mock trial, a kind of passion play, where the white man was judged for crimes against the black race. The voice you will hear is that of the prosecutor. This tape will show you why white America was worried about the black Muslims.
I charge the white man, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, with being the greatest murderer on earth. I charge the white man with being the greatest peace breaker on earth. I charge the white man with being the greatest adulterer on earth.
That's right.
I charge the white man with being the greatest troublemaker on earth.
That's right.
So therefore, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I ask you, bring back a verdict of guilty as charged.
I love that.
I'm sure you remember that. You wrote it.
Yes.
And you believed that then?
Oh, yes. I believe it now.
I believe it.
History is not false. If he says that the white man did all these things, I did not write the white man's history. That history is written in murder, in the bloodshed of the darker peoples of the world, and even in the bloodshed of your own people.
Back at that time, Elijah Muhammad, the man whom you revere and still regard as the Messiah, in a certain sense, no?
I know.
Yes.
He wanted a separation. I couldn't even talk to him. Do you still believe in separation of the races?
I believe, Mike, that if we can't get along in peace, then we should separate. We have serious differences that are exacerbated now over time between black and white. The question that we have to answer, are those differences irreconcilable?
Are they?
I don't know. Have we tried as hard as we could to reconcile them? And if we have, and we cannot, then separation would be the best answer.
But you are suggesting that it's basically the white man's fault.
Oh, no, Mr. Wallace. I'm not going to say that. Because justice would not be served if I said it was all the fault of white people.
Reason that
we have to take some blame in this ourselves. As black people, we can't sit around waiting for white people to do for us what we should be doing for ourselves. And our failure to do this is our fault. White folk have done bad by us in the past. Yes, that is true. And they do some bad by us today. But if we did better by ourselves today, we could help to reconcile this difference.
Farrakhan's call for black men to do better for themselves was the theme of his Million Man March. Last fall, he called black men from all across America to come to Washington for a Day of Atonement. And they came. His message? Change your lives. But after the march, he says, he was depressed, somehow sad, hurt by the mainstream media who he felt failed to give him proper credit for his extraordinary accomplishment in organizing the march. He withdrew to the Nation of Islam's compound in Phoenix, Arizona. He disappeared from the public eye for almost 3 months. Then he reemerged for that tour of Africa and the Middle East. To observers like Dr. C. Eric Lincoln, a distinguished black historian and professor emeritus at Duke University, who has studied the Nation of Islam since the 1950s, Farrakhan's trip squandered a great opportunity. Professor Lincoln told me he was disgusted with your trip to the Middle East and to Africa. He said, he blew it, you. After the Million Man March, he feels that you had what you were after. You had put yourself in the position as a leader of the entire black community in America, which you had never had before. And then that you just threw it away with the trip to Africa.
You know.
Now, this is from a man,
Yes.
scholar, been a guest in your home,
Yes.
loves you and your wife.
And I love him. Let me say this. There are many people like Dr. Lincoln who think just like that. They were hurt because they watched my struggle. And they said, now he has arrived, okay?
Right.
And they felt not only that I had arrived for me, I had arrived for them because secretly they have wanted to embrace Louis Farrakhan. And just as they were about to put their arms around me, I went to Africa and the Middle East. And to quote them, I blew it.
You spoke, in their view, against your own country.
You know, some of your best patriots are those who never went along with the government position. Listen, everyone that stepped back from me, they didn't run away. They're behind a tree looking. Is he going to make it? How's he going to get out of this one? Oh my God, I'm not a politician. I don't do what people think I should do. I do what God inspires me to do. Which one of these leaders would have asked me to call for 1 million men to come to Washington? Not one. That was an inspiration from God that I followed, and they all applauded. Great thing you did. God inspired me to get up and leave this country, and before long, those same critics will say, I was wrong, Farrakhan.
I want to show you now, Minister Farrakhan, an excerpt from your speech, Savior's Day in Chicago, a couple of months ago.
I know you want to kill me, but I just raised the price. You want me dead, but you're going to pay a price to get that result.
Who wants to kill you? Why?
I believe that conversation is raging right now in government circles because I appear to be interfering with America's foreign policy objectives in Africa and in the Middle East. They want me kind of silenced or muzzled, and if they can destroy my credibility, as they did Martin Luther King first, take him down in the eyes of his people and then assassinate him. I don't believe that America is beyond that. I believe it's being discussed right now in the White House. I believe it's being discussed by certain members of Congress. How are you going to deal with Farrakhan? Yes, I presented you with a dilemma, but I'm warning America. I'm not Martin Luther King. I'm not Malcolm X. I'm in a little different time frame. And I think you would be wise to see if God is with me. And if God is with me, you would be well to leave me alone.
If you're standing up for black people, he has a right to say that. Of course, his life is in danger. Absolutely. And I believe there's so because when you're standing up for your people, It can be white people. They're gonna try and attempt something against you, or it can even be your own people, because black people, we love to betray our own kind. You know, look, Malcolm X. Who betrayed Malcolm X is us, us black people, because of the hate, the jealousy. We love to sell our own people. That's who black people we are. It been like that from the beginning, and that's the sad part. So, Farragon to think like that, yes, 110%. You know, of course they're gonna try to kill him. We need to learn the mistake that we have made and what people they have done to us, so we can be better, so we can be great, so our children they can be stronger than we were. So majority of us black people, what we like to do, we love to forget the past. We trying to wipe away the past. That's why you can see it's so easy for white folks to trying to create history, to trying to change history, because they know the past is a great deal for every human. Only us black people, we like to forget the past, so we can create a new stupidity way of the present. And that's no way. This is why you can see there's a lot of black America that lost their way. They think they Indian American, they think they've been in America before white people, they came over there to colonize, you know, United States of America. It's sad. It's really sadness to see black losing their mind like that. They don't know where they came from, but you can really see they came from Africa. They came from Africa. How white people slaving majority of black to the nation of what is giving birth the United States of America. That's why it's a great deal. We cannot run away from the past. The more we run away from the past, we can never grow. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was my goal to take for today from Farrakhan. I hope we can learn something from this. So we need to grow, so we can give our children more education, so they can learn and so they can grow. I would love it if you can like my video, subscribe and share. Please subscribe and share. I would love that. So I'll catch you guys to the next video. Peace.